history on location, bringing our past
to your present. Hi.
Hi. Hey Hugh.
Yeah.
You want to help me out with this project of mine?
What project?
We're doing a project on you actually, but you might want to get changed first.
Why? What's wrong with this? I chose the best clothes to get buried in. This cost me a fortune. Well, my wife. Should I get changed?
Yeah, probably.
You probably want something from like my 20s, right?
Yeah.
I lost the jacket, but I still have a shirt, and I might be able to get a tie.
That should work. We'll take you back to your old house and everything. They turned it into a museum.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Do you need me to do an accent, or?
We'll figure it out. Let's go.
All right.
Today, we will briefly reflect on the life of a man who became the Premier of Manitoba, a captain in the Canadian military, helped stop a man who was considered a public enemy at the time, and who was the son of Canada's first Prime Minister, Sir Hugh John MacDonald.
In 1991, I accepted the nomination for the Conservative Party in Winnipeg. I won the constituency with the majority of 500 votes, and I stayed in office for 2 years before I resigned in 1893. Then in 1899, I became the Premier of Manitoba, and I was also MLA for Southern Winnipeg. I got to present the Stanley Cup to the captain of the Montreal team, Mike Grant.
Born on March 13, 1850 in Kingston, Upper Canada, Hugh John MacDonald is the only surviving son of John A. MacDonald and Isabel Clark MacDonald. His older brother John died as an infant, mere months after birth. He had a difficult life growing up, with an absent, drunken father, driven by his work, and a terminally ill mother who died while he was still very young.
Obviously, I couldn't care for myself as a boy. I was given to countless relatives who would try their best to raise me. My aunt and uncle did their best, and they became my surrogate parents in place of my dead mother and my father, whose influence later caused me to pursue law. I was later pressured into politics, but I had always wanted to join the militia.
After graduating from the University of Toronto, Hugh John studied law in Ottawa. He completed his degree and started working for his family's law office in 1872. While he pursued this career in law, he also served in Canada's military. In 1882, Sir Hugh John MacDonald moved to Winnipeg following the death of his first wife, Jean Murray King. Upon arriving, he started looking for work and ended up forming his own law partnership with J. Stuart Tucker. He later remarried in 1883 to Gertrude Agnes van Crownet and built a new house for himself and her at 61 Carleton Street in 1895, called Down the Bear.
I was appointed as magistrate of Winnipeg's police, and this was the job that I was to keep for the rest of my life. During this time, I had made a name for myself, and this was noticed by people of high society, and even royalty. I was being included on the list of the King's birthday. He also named me Knight Bachelor of Bath that night, giving me the title Sir Hugh John MacDonald, and my second wife was now Lady Agnes Gertrude MacDonald.
Hugh John continued to be magistrate for 14 more years. During this time, he developed erysipelas in his right leg, forcing him to have it amputated. Despite many suggestions to retire, Hugh John continued to work.
Getting my leg removed didn't stop me from staying on the bench a little while longer, but I did have to stay at home a couple of days each time to rest. This gave me time to read, and while recovering, books became my life. I read all about soldiers and military history and strategies, and it gave me great satisfaction. And when I returned, it was a struggle every time to approach the bench. In fact, I had to be carried.
Hugh John continued this occupation until his death at the end of March 1929 on his 79th birthday, after following implications of the very same illness that cost him his right leg.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, you were a huge help. No, you don't